Welcome back, everyone. Basically, this is Tent Simulator. Uh, to more gold mining. We are doing test samples on our own ground right now. We actually didn't get as much done as we'd hoped for, but we're working through it. Decided to do something stupid earlier, and I did a bunch of test holes, and I bought a couple. I can tell you for certain, doesn't work the way you want it to. Okay, I can tell you right now, fuck off, Twitch sucks. I can honestly tell you that. So yeah, we're actually, the one problem I noticed though is by buying the stuff, yeah, doesn't work really quite good. What I ended up basically doing is just go back to this. Number one reason is we're still making our nuggets. We're making good nuggets, working on the nuggets. It's good. So yeah, we're getting along. We have found one massive cut. I might need help to figure out exactly what we want to call it. Unless we call it the massive cut. I mean, that could be a possibility. I can't remember which I've done or which I haven't done here, so I'm just going to do all of it. 211 we can basically boodle off. That's fine. 209, 212. So yeah, here is the massive cut. We got lots of good ground. We gotta figure out how to strip it. Because I don't know if I'd necessarily want to, do a lot of other stuff or whatnot. It's the biggest issue I have with this whole thing is, yes, we've got that huge part. We've got to figure out how to cut it down about a foot, a good foot, or not foot, a meter and a half, and then we can mine it from there. And no, we have not actually moved any of our equipment yet, but we do have 592 ounces in the clear. So we have a fair good stockpile of good grounds and stuff that we can work with. We just have to work with it. No, I did it again. There we go. Like I said though, we're getting good gold nuggets. We're doing well with it, so that's good. So 213. We have a lot of ground to still drill. I burned through quite. This thing is chug-a-lugging the fuel like it's some old thirsty grandma. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Wow, that's probably one of the biggest frickin' nuggets I've done or dug up from doing a drill sample. 6.94. As of this morning, I think I was at 91. I'm probably at 100 now. Nope, still 91. Okay. Once we get into the good stuff, I think we'll we'll be fine. We'll be able to dig a lot of really good ground, and we don't actually have to go down all the way. Another 6.94. So now we're basically 611 ounces. That's respectable. How are we marking? Ooh, that one's questionable. Because look at it. It's good gold all the way down to 10 meters. And there's nothing in between. That's basically what we left in the edge cut. It was like, no, we're not digging down any further. Screw it. It's fine. Whatever. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. So this is my life now. I did a little bit off camera, but I did a lot extra later. Set to drill. Setting to drill. And down we go. We'll go all the way down to this end, then we'll look at and see what we got. And like I said before, everyone, if you guys like the content, you're new here or you've been around for a while, just not subscribed yet, make sure to smash that subscribe button. One of the best ways to support the channels. And of course, you will get automatically banned if you are ignorant, a giant pile of shit, and whatnot. You will get the ban hammer pretty quick. And then I'll promptly screenshot it, send it off to the, in this case, it was Kick. And, well, they actually know quite a bit about a lot of things that go on. And you possibly will get banned on Kick. But if you start promoting other stuff and pulling their business away and stuff like that, chances are they're probably going to go after your business on something else too. As a friendly corporational relations. I mean, we do it all the time with business anyways. And forward. And I will say this too, that we are actually have a sponsorship, which is G2A. They're doing this nifty new thing that I believe it's new anyways. It's new to me. That if you watch and save with signing up with their Twitch on there using my name, you can actually get pretty decent discounts when for your purchasing of video games. So I mean, I really do think everyone should check that out, because it's actually pretty good. Holy crap. Alright, I'm going to switch this back. Followers only. There we go. Took the followers off last time, but I'm going to do it that way. Piece of cake. And for the same one. Different name, but the same one. Alright. Feels wasted. I'm not even going to bother do these outside ones. I'm just going to do 249 row. Again. I have yet to play with the Orange Beast. I rage quitted about 8 seasons ago because the game was just a pile of crap. But the new developers, I must admit, one of my other followers said that need to check it out, and I was happily surprised. They've done an amazing job with this game. Like, they really have done a lot of work, and it's actually kind of fun to play again. So I agree that I'm loving the new updates. This is PC, but doesn't matter. I'm really happy to see a developer actually care about their product. And I was quite leery at first. I mean, it was kind of my own problem. They started pushing out updates. They started doing DLCs, and in my mind, I thought about it going, well, if they're doing these updates, they should fix the problems instead of doing updates. And that's where my mindset was. And I think what it was is they were trying to bring in more of a public eye again, if that makes any sense. They're trying to bring in a public eye to really try to build up a fan base. And I can see now where that was going. So it's like, okay, we got some new people in the front door. Everything's still very broken. But now we can start, more people are trying to buy because there's a new update. It builds up some expenses that they can actually put towards development. And now that they have actually built up a little bit of following and more cash flow, yeah, all of a sudden the updates are coming through and things are really coming together. So I was a little fearful when I first saw that they're making another one. I'm going, well, they didn't fix that stuff in the first one. No, they have fixed the stuff in the first one. They're just bringing out a whole lot whack of new content. And I think they're actually doing it in such a way that it's actually going to provide sort of another stepping stone. Like, okay, this is what you can do with this one. They're making it so much more advanced. And to me, I like to see that. I like to see them taking it seriously and trying to create a product that more people will be interested in having fun in. And this one in particular, like I said, I can't believe, like, when you look at the leaderboards, I was down in the 500s when I started. I can't believe there's that much following again. Which, again, is good to see. It's not the same old people doing the same old thing over and over again. It's a whole whack of new people interested in the game, wanting to join in, and it doesn't matter where you place. You feel like you have accomplished something. And it's great. And it's really good to see that there's more people interested in the game. The original developers, I mean, they had a really good idea. They had a really good concept. They just didn't know how to get the game from the point of development to the game being playable and fun. And it was sort of in the beginning. It was, I mean, we all know the glitches. You've all seen my short of the teleportation Traco. What you guys didn't see is the major crash where it wiped out everything and I had to start from scratch. And when you're 3/4 of the way through the season, it was like, no, I'm done. Rage quit. Done. It just isn't worth it, right? So, considering everything and the way we were sitting in what we did, I just quit for a while. And I can't remember which one it is. I can't remember the gamer tag name, but it was one of the guys that used to do a lot of the season said, hey, I get it. You rage quitted, did the same thing. He had to do, I think he said in the same season, about 4 or 5 restarts, and that was right after the new DLC came out and whatnot. He says, but he just started playing it again, and he says, holy crap, they've done so much work to it. The game is playable and fun again. You should maybe try to stream or do it, because a lot of people are interested in watching Gold Rush. And hesitant at first, I started, obviously you guys know, started the hardcore mining, which we will get back to. And then I saw the season come out, and it's like, hesitant, very hesitant. Don't really want to, but very hesitant. And then all of a sudden I went, oh, this isn't so bad. They fixed a lot of my tips and tricks that I used to have. Like, I used to be able to drill in a quadrant in a corner and get 4 quadrants. Now I have to do every single one of them manually, like this. Gold Nuggeteer pipe is on sale. Oh, and apparently my one employee was attacked by a bear. But nothing came of that. That seems fine. How is a gold map? We never did take a look. Oh, we're done. The massive cut has been found. But look at this. 797. I think we're on the good stuff. And yes, I do absolutely 100% need to fuel this thing up. I want to try to finish this row. I have 2 more after this one to do, and I think it's 2 more after this one. Oh, I have 4 more to go. Oh yeah, I do see it now. Now we have 2 more. Yep, I got this one and the next one. And then that row I've already done, so I don't know if there's actually too much more right along here. Now, we go from 797 to 142, just immediately just drops off randomly. I think the Frankensteins might come into play. I mean, we have 611 ounces friggin' clear, basically, because it's all been, the claims and everything have been processed with it, so it's fine. It's hanky-danky, as you might say. But yeah, no, I think we're going to be just fine in the end. I need to gas this baby up. I'm going to shut it off. And it is a rental, so I mean, it's not worth putting any money into this. I don't need the fuel filter, thank you very much. I do know where that's located, so that's fine. Broom broom. Okay, the 250 line would have been the stuff that we were on, right? So it's 279, just to clarify. Nope, 255. It was 230 and 2, yeah, okay. So now we're on to 255, skip 257. where all the stuff is until we mine it. And away we go. I had to do the double tap. I brought it up too quick, so. Oh, look at that. Right in the middle of the 8. That's a good spot. I've not actually got more nuggets lately. Alright, that's all been cleared. 259 and 260. So 264 on this line is the one thing I need to avoid. Cost me 15 grand to get the drill samples, and I played with it going, well, you know, maybe it might give me something. What was the number? 264. Limited time offer. Big excavator. Now, is that the one that I'm using, or is that... No, I... Gotta look. Have to look. If it's the huge excavator, even though I've filled up the other one, I will try to drive it over to the spot to sell it and see if I can buy it at a discounted rate, because, I mean, that thing's like 380,000 right now. I don't know. Equipment store. That's not the right equipment. Machine store. Small excavator. Oh, it's the big excavator that's on sale. That's not the huge excavator. Well, 325 isn't too bad for it. Even greater power, longer arm, larger bucket. Why limit yourself when you can have this powerful excavator at your disposal? So it's the big excavator for 64. I'm not going to get the big excavator. That's just not something that's going to happen. So that little pocket, I think that's what we called this one, the little cut. Massive cut, little cut. It had a lot in it for that tiny little spot. Two more and then we skip one. I have not got any nuggets in a little while. So weird. That one's at least 142, but this one, I could just start digging and dig as far down as possible. Still nothing. I have a fly. You guys can probably hear it on a mic, but it's a definite annoying fly. Then it goes as it goes past. Ha! Got it. Yeah, I hit you a second time. Still no nuggets. We had like two 7-ounce nuggets over there, and then we're down to nothing. And boop. Now we'll finish off this line, then we'll start on the next one. I don't know if there's any more spots. Now I can go all the way down to 274. We got to miss 298 and 294, then 282. We actually don't have that many left. I think after we get to... No, actually after we get to 323, it starts getting easier. Less of a trip. But one thing about it, if I don't get the excavator right away, or the excavator, sorry, if I don't get the Frankenstein right away, I think what we're going to end up doing is maybe looking at a different wash plant or also different duplex jigs. We do have the full reinforced, and we do have the D-rocker. D-rocker I'm renting, so there's no extra stuff there. Duplex jigs are mine, but we're also not going to make much off of them. It's like 10, 20 grand. So there ain't much there. And down we go. I don't think we've hit anything on this whole line. There are some, like this one isn't too bad, 447. But we got 4 meters of frickin' overburden on it. This one's not bad at all. I'd probably take any of that. But the worst part is you do actually have to drill all of these out like this. Specifically because you could get a nugget. And I mean, the nuggets are worth every penny I'm putting in. So is it worth it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, you don't have the clear chat button. That's alright. Boopity boopity boop. And good to go. Okay, it was I think 298 we were supposed to miss. I turn off my lights since it's all of a sudden nice out. Temperature's sure going up. Oh, can only drillable terrain. So yeah, it was 298. So I skipped 297 to 297. Look at us moving up. So we didn't get anything in 299, 298, 294. We got to skip. Hey, we did get something out of that line. Wasn't much, but there's something there. Look at this. It's crap. Well, that one's not bad. 183, but 93. Still no nuggets. Not had a nugget in a long time. Oh wow. That's pretty good. It's complete randomness, but that's how do you put that? Pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Okie dokie. Where's the next one? All the way down, right? 282. It's boring. It's boring. I hope you guys like the boringness. Get it? Because we're boring a hole. Still not got a freaking nugget. I feel like we're on a dry spell from hell. Yeah, Pine Valley, there is just a flat spot in here. Like, there's no hills really or anything. It's deep. Gold got trapped in this ancient lake bed. Then we still have to pack up the other wash plant. We can get everything basically moved other than the container. Pointless moving the container at this point. I did have to repair the truck once. That was unfortunate. The other thing we could look at instead of doing everything with that is just out of dumb curiosity, just to see what the Orange Beast would cost for rental. That's the other option we were thinking about. It's like, okay, well, it'd be nice to buy it and everything like that, but everything said and done, sell off all the other stuff and equipment. We might have an extra 200,000. But hey, somebody wants to work for me. Woohoo! At the end of the day, that should pause. I don't think it'll drill without it. How much it'll cost to rent the stuff? Because there's 4 basic components. 3 for the wash plant, 1 for the rig to dump. Machine store, mining machines. So 891,000 for the sluice box, 1.7, 2.3, and then we need the remote control. So it's kind of interesting to know. Overseer. I'm gonna hire the overseer. Unassigned overseer. Shows notification when part reach 0.3 performance. Adds yellow version of the outline when below 0.3 and not yet destroyed. Level 2 is add red god ray over destroyed machine to be noticeably easier from afar away. Increase the view distance of destroyed or almost destroyed. Decrease the chance of bear attacks on cables. We all know what that's like. And the level 3 adds notification when any part of the wash plant system is full. Decreased chance of bear attack cables by 1. Yes. I desperately need an overseer. That is worth every penny. So I don't know how much it would cost. And I don't know how much if we're ready for it. I mean, yeah, I got 472,000. 150 would go to the power plant, the water tower. It's kind of like power plant. Oh, I was going to drill this hole. That's what I was going to do before I got all excited there and whatnot about a potential new person. I got 611, which means we have about $800,000 worth of more gold. So we're about 1.1 million. We'd have to mine a hell of a pile to keep up to it, which I don't think would be an issue. But at this point in time, I'm kind of thinking more along the lines of our other wash plant, and maybe get the Orange Beast, be able to afford new land again, and afford the Orange Beast in pieces. I think that's probably it. Okay, missed 282. Okay, then 305 and 307. We are getting closer. I'm getting excited. It's 305 we do. I guess we're out of nuggets. Once you get to a certain point of the game, it's like this guy has way too much. We don't need to put any more in. We still have not got a frickin' nugget. Okay, out of this line, 338, 355, or 331, 356. Because we also don't have too much here either. At Laughables, and we're starting to mark other stuff. But we're not. Like, technically, yes, there's gold in all of it. Is it worth mining? No. Not for the price of everything. You're just spinning your wheels, man. Spinning your wheels. Nothing to it but spinning wheels. We all like spinning wheels to a point, but after a point, it's no longer worth anything. Nobody likes spinning their wheels. And FYI, just gonna check. Oh yeah. A bunch of stuff going on. I don't know if any of it's good or not, but lots of stuff going on. Diggy hole, diggy, diggy, diggy hole. There's nothing in the diggy hole. So I could try 381, but I'm thinking probably not going to get anything. Maybe if I park there, I might. Did make it all the way down. Shot. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I really doubt that I hit anything right here. Plus, we don't have that far to go down here because we're basically sitting at 308. Yeah, 308. I didn't do 355 in that? Oh. Oh well. A major concern. $332. I doubt there's anything over there anyways. So we'll do 308. We'll burn down. What else is on that line? Oh, just 318. Okay. Maybe it's saving up for a monster nugget. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Actually, I do have a beer, but I do have a rye. I think I'll have a rye. Especially this one. I do like this one. Made in Calgary. That better be Calgary. Us Canucks like our own. I just remember, and I shouldn't get too aggressive with just a small drink of this right now, right? But I remember in my youth of drinking rye and getting into bar fights every freaking night. It seemed like every night, anyways. It was like, I drank a half bottle of rye and I'm gonna kick your ass. And that's exactly what happened. Was I don't know. I've never met especially an Albertan like me. I've never met any of them that doesn't drink rye and go into full, I'm going to beat you up, dude. Because it always happens. It never fails. It's always like, I'm bigger than you. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. Then everyone's going, the hell just happened? We had some rye. Oh. I remember, I don't know if I should tell you guys this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I remember one night, buddy and mine and me were out drinking rye. Did a bunch of line dance. It was a good night. It was actually no bar fights that night, which was really weird. And he says, oh, well, I have a buddy that lives just down here, right? And I'm going, okay, because I'm way too inebriated to be driving. So I went, you know what? You go to your buddy's place. I'll walk you there, and then we'll part ways, and I'll carry on my way, you carry on your way. And I said, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the hotel where I parked my truck, and I'll see you in the morning sometime. So we walked by this house, and I look at it and go, okay, I'll remember it by morning. I'll pick you up in the morning. And I staggered all the way to the hotel, and I stayed at the hotel. I woke up about 8 o'clock in the morning, and my usual self, I'm boing, okay, I'm feeling pretty good, off I go, right? Hop in the truck, driving down, look at the place where I left them, and went, there's police tape there. What the hell happened? And I pulled over, and there's this cop standing there, and I'm going, was there anything that happened here? And he goes, yes, there was. An individual broke in last night, and when the homeowners woke up the next day, they found him drunk on the couch, and we came and we arrested him. This is back in the days when they could tell you this stuff because it wasn't really breach of confidentiality because they didn't say anybody's name. And they went, why do you ask? I went, because I know the guy that was sleeping on the couch. And they went, oh, would you mind, writing a police report then? I went, I guess so. I mean, where's Bud now? They went, well, he's in a drunk tank at downtown. I'm going, well, that's probably the best place for him, but okay. And it was writing the police report, and the guy says, so what happened? I said, oh, quite simply put, I stayed at the, what the hell was it? It's before, that's not good. Apparently, my drill broke. I will get a new one. I should take the old one off is what I should do and haul the new one. Bolt on here? Yes, there is. Bolt on the other side? Yep. So, they finally had to ask this. So what actually happened? I went, okay, so we were at so-and-so's bar. I went to, okay, both of us had a lot to drink, which was rye. And said we had a good time. We did a bunch of line dance and everything else. So night was winding down, so we decided, okay, enough's enough. Let's go home. And I said I was staying at it was like a Motel 8, but it wasn't. I can't remember what it was before Wyndham Hotels bought them out. I can't remember what it was now. Anyways, I said, yeah, I had a room at the hotel, offered to pay for a room, and he says, oh, no, don't worry about it. I have a buddy's place nearby. And I said, we walked. I said, I parked my truck there because I figured, no way am I going to drive. And he says, probably a good plan for how drunk he was. Yeah. Yep. Not going to lie. Yeah. Okay, we're doing the cheapest one because it's not my machine. I'm not putting expensive crap on something that's not mine. Oh, there it is. Propped up on the post. Anyways, told them everything. I said, yeah, I looked at the house roughly so I got the mental image where to pick him up. And I said, and he literally just walked up to the door, knocked a couple times, wiggled the doorknob, and the doorknob opened, and he went in. I said, I was pretty sure when he said this is my buddy's place that he was telling the truth, and it was his buddy's place, right? Because why else would you say anything, right? The cop goes, yeah, no, fair enough. We're not saying anything. And I went, okay. And they said, well, here's the address to the police station. Obviously, no harm was done other than clearly he was way too inebriated and broke into somebody's house. I said, if you need to charge him for breaking and entering, I said, you can actually charge him for breaking and entering. Clearly, it wasn't his buddy's place like he said. Well, the story got a little bit more twisted. It was actually his buddy's place because I went down to pick him up, and the guy that he broke into the house with was actually one of his drinking buddies. The biggest problem to the whole thing is his wife did not know that it was going to happen and he was going to come and stay. So she wakes up in the morning, sees a strange man on the frickin' couch, and they just hold him in. He says, it was a wild night, man. And I looked at it and went, okay, does the cops know this? And he goes, yes. I talked to him and told him the truth and said, look, the wife does not know, but he really is a friend of mine, and he really was drinking, and he was technically, without her knowledge, allowed to be here. So they hold him to the drunk tank anyways. So that was one of the most wild, dumb nights. And the sergeant, for booking, looked at us and said, okay, one of you did the right thing. One of you should have told the truth immediately. The other one, what the... He goes, I didn't know. I rattled the doorknob like he said, and the key fell out, so I unlocked the door like he said we told me to do, so I did that, and I wake up in the morning in handcuffs being dragged to the paddy wagon. But yeah, no, there's been a few instances with occasional rye drinking that ended up being questionable. Or more so questionable than it should have been. with everyone going, "Oh, how did you guys survive?" Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I'm pretty sure nobody really knows the answer to how we actually ever survived. I mean, there's the rodeo that was on the one time. Yeah, this was in high school. This wasn't even later. This was in high school. And girlfriend said, "Hey, because she was a country girl. She loved going to the rodeos and loved watching barrel racing and everything. She even competed for a little while too. She started doing barrel racing too, and so it was like, yeah, okay, I'll come support you and whatnot and do the good boyfriend deeds. Yep. I think that was the last year that they decided, probably partial because of three of us drinking rye the entire time and not knowing where we were. If you had basically a participant's badge, which was like family of the participant or something like that, you had basically exclusive ground badges, right? So this was like a whole week event. Like there's kart racing, there's buggy racing, there's horse racing in general, there's barrel racing, there's the wrangling, it's a massive event, and there's thousands of people that show up to this one. And yeah, there's my dumb ass that is very much not a person that should be around rodeos in the first place, because even though I live in the country and I'm a bit of a country hick, I am not full country. Well, turns out I was full country, as somebody who was drinking a awful pile of rye the entire weekend got into a few fights, none of which I started. None of which I actually ended either. I think it just wandered away. One guy punched me and I went, "Oh, okay." And he looked at it and went, "Drink?" And he goes, "Okay." And that was the end of that fight, huh? But there was one particular instance. The girlfriend was involved with this one. She was quite inebriated with rye. And we decided, in our ultimate wisdom, that we were going into one of the sponsorship boxes. And I mean, if you had the grounds box, or the grounds badge, you could actually go to a sponsorship box if it was not occupied by somebody that paid for it. Okay. The one we technically broke into was occupied, but was fine because the guys that were in the box were also drinking rye. And they were happy to see us. It was like, "Oh, more people. Okay, who are you?" "I don't know. They said we could go into the box if nobody else was here." And they went, "Okay, did you bring rye?" "We did." Oh, crying out loud. So basically, this was actually, if memory serves, it was a sponsored box, but it was for a liquor company. And just so happens, we were drinking the right liquor that weekend, apparently. And it sort of came to an abrupt end when Buddy sat on the edge of the banister and went, "I don't feel so," and fell off. Luckily enough, it was only like 12 feet down, so he didn't actually hurt himself, and he was so inebriated that it didn't hurt. Or he also didn't break anything. He just sort of bounced off the step and went, "I'm okay. Cool." That's when the grounds guys started to really put a damper on things and going, "Okay, you guys are way too wild. Things are happening. People are saying things. You guys either need to skadoosh or quit drinking." And it's like, "You're the man. You don't tell me what to do. I'm here for good time and I drink." And fell over a lot. I passed out in the sponsorship box, that I remember anyways. I woke up at the corner of the sponsorship box, and the box was actually locked and closed, so I was basically locked in. It went, "Oh, where'd everyone go?" because nobody ever questioned the guy in the corner drooling. Clearly, he's safe. So yeah, they literally locked the door, left me in there. Girlfriend, at that point, because she was my ride too, she buggered off with her horse. I don't know where she ended up. She shouldn't have been driving because she was hammered. Her parents weren't even there, and they were hammered. I don't know if they drove home. Buddy that fell off the banister 12 feet down to his demise was going around the sponsorship boxes with a no t-shirt on. I don't know where his t-shirt went, but he was knocking on boxes going, "Have you seen my friend? He's somewhere." They're going, "Who's your friend?" "I don't remember." And I know the door was locked because I went over to it going, there's nobody in this box. I need to go. Rattle, rattle. Oh, I'm locked in. Hey, there's booze! Oh. So I do kind of roughly remember that I was in the box the entire time drinking somebody else's booze. Buddy was falling over everything and trying to find me, which he wasn't successful. What ended up happening at some point in time was I accidentally dropped the rye bottle and it went loud enough that the people in the other box looked over and went, "There's somebody in that box." And I'm going, booze. And they're going, "Do you need help?" And I went, "A little bit. I'm locked in here, so but there's free booze." And they went, "Oh dear Lord." Oh yeah, I forgot about my other buddy because there was, like I said, there was three of us in the beginning. There was the girlfriend, me, and another buddy. But there was another guy that we somehow acquired through everything, through that whole weekend. He was also looking for me, by the way. He passed out in the most weird places. He ended up passed out in a straw pile at one point. I woke up, had a few drinks, passed out in a manure pile, so he smelled like shit all weekend. Woke up. Somebody told me at one time that he was pretending to be a truck and driving away with a trailer. Which he was actually, it was a small little one-horse trailer that did not contain a horse. And he was actually wheeling it around in circles going, "Look, I'm a truck." He eventually was the one that found me before the security did. Released me from my cage. I went, "Hey, it's you!" To this day, I still don't know who he was. And he helped me out. And he goes, like, "Where's the other ones?" I went, "I don't know." I walk up in the corner with the room locked. And he goes, "Oh, not good." I went, "No." And he goes, "Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we'll find him." We did, actually. We found him puking his guts out in what we thought was a plant next to the hallway. Where what it was is was a decoration. It wasn't really a plant. It was a decoration in the corner. And he promptly filled it with puke. I remember I looked over at, I guess we'll call him, I don't know, Bob. I don't know what his name was. And said, "Man, you smell like shit." And he says, "I know, I woke up in a manure heap." And he says, "I guess I passed out and people just shoveled shit on me." But, oh, that's pretty wild. Then all three of us sort of got out of the ground somehow, passed out, woke up an hour or two later, smelling like shit, everything else. I know I had a bit of a hangover at that point, and I don't get hangovers, so that tells you something. And I looked over at the guy that I did know and say, "Have you seen so-and-so?" And he goes, "Oh, she went home." I went, "What?" "Oh yeah, she went home, and then her parents went home." I went, "She was as drunk as we were." And they went, "Yeah, but she drove home." And I went, "Oh, that ain't good." I can't even, because I was brought there by them. And I said, oh, I wonder how I'm going to get home because my truck's at their farm. Right? Out of the blue comes racing past, stomps on the brakes, backs up, and drives over and goes, holy shit, you guys survived. And I went, huh? Well, the organizers have been looking for you because you broke into a sponsorship box and drank all their booze. But I was locked in there. I didn't break in. I was already there. It turns out it was my cousin. He says, hop in the truck. Let's get out of here. And I went, okay. I hopped inside the truck. The other two passed out the box again. And Cuz looks over at me and goes, so, pretty wild weekend? I went, oh, it's been wild. I said, learned something about this weekend. He says, what's that? And I said, rye is a dangerous alcohol. And he says, yes, it is. How much have you drank? And I went, don't know, don't care to know. I said, gotta get to my truck. It's at girlfriend's. And he goes, what do you mean? Where are they? And I went, they drove home. And I went, oh, God. They didn't get far out of town, to be honest. We later broke up because of it, too. She was pulled over, thankfully. So her renegade trip home with the horse was abruptly stopped, thankfully. I have nothing against the cops. That was a good move on their part. They managed to arrest her, bust her for DUI, which is a really good thing. Her parents didn't get much further. They drove off the highway and into a tree. They didn't get hurt, thankfully. But yeah, nope, they were also picked up by the cops for DUI. And I safely got back to my truck. I think I passed out in the truck for a few hours to try to sober up some more. And I just stayed at their place for a day. And then once I felt comfortable enough that I was sober enough again, then went home. That was a wild one. Have I been back to that rodeo since? Nope. I've had a few people come to me and say, hey, the rodeo's on and so like at this place. And I went, cool. Do you want to come with me? No. Why? Past events. I'll just say that. It was past events. Won't want to mention. I do remember parts of it. Don't want to care to go back. It's completely different organizers, but still, no. Just no. Brings back too many questionable memories. I don't even know entirely what happened on that weekend. All I remember is the top spinning off of a rye bottle, somehow passing out a couple times, ending up in the sponsorship box, which happened to be the right company for drinking, and got locked in there, got broken free by guys smell like shit. Which he wasn't even from around here. That's the worst part. We somehow acquired a friend, which stuck with us like glue. Cousin hauled him out here, and then somehow I think it was his wife, he phoned and came and got him or something, and yeah, all he said was, I had an epic weekend, found some good guys, ended up at their farm, can you come get me? And for whatever reason, as the story went, she came out, picked him up, and she goes, so was that a good weekend? And he goes, oh, it was amazing. Great guys. And that was the last time we ever saw him again. The ball tournaments were also epic. Couldn't play ball if my life depended on it. Did not matter. Ball tournaments were also classic. Basically any ball tournament was just epic. Lots of drinking, lots of fun, lots of carrying on. We're all safe. We were there for a whole weekend. We didn't go anywhere because it was we're planning on drinking. We're not going to be stupid and go anywhere. And why would we need to go anywhere? Everything we need is right here. So, yeah. Somehow I did get involved with playing on a team that also wasn't from around here, but top spun off a rye bottle, and there I am playing ball, which is where the nickname Tiger Tick came from. Strike or a ball, couldn't hit it. Rolling across the plate, God, I could smoke that thing like it was, like I was Tiger Woods with a baseball bat. And it was guaranteed home run at that point, because you never found the ball after. But literally had to roll across the plate for me to hit it. Well, if she'll fall on the ground and roll across, yeah, it's out of here. And I remember the one ball tournament, there was a curling rink, or a multiplex. It was a multiplex behind us. Or in front of us, actually. The ball pit was like quite a ways away. Like I don't know how you could judge the distance, but it was a long ways away. I had powered through a good half bottle, and somebody said, "Hey, do you want to go up to bat? We need an extra batter." The other guy passed out, and it's like, yeah, cool. And good thing the guy that was throwing was also shit-faced, because, well, he couldn't throw a ball, and it always landed across the plate. And I looked at it and went, sweet, Mike got a shot, right? I wound up, and he rolled it across the plate, and I freaking smoked it. And you heard it go, pa-ting! And that ball went for freaking miles, I think, in my head. Up until the point when it goes pa-ting off the multiplex. And to this day, if you actually drive past it, the dent where it almost went through is still there. They basically, like they said, because it was a long distance away, when the ball was smoked and it went up and over, and people went, whoa. Nobody pursued it. It was like, that ball's lost. I think at the end of the tournament, when we were all sober and we were getting ready, packing up and getting ready to go, we found the ball, and it was like caved in on one side, and my cousin looked at me and went, how hard did you hit this damn thing? Now, is the flat part where the bat hit, or is it part where it hit the wall? I said, I don't know. That gives me incredible strength and fortitude. I saw the ball roll across the plate, and I went, 4! Clink. It's nearly as bad as me actually going out and playing golf. Skipped school one day. Where I was involved again. Skipped school one day. Went out with the golf team. Basically, there was only like 3 or 4 people, but it was a golf team for the high school, and went, yeah, okay, this will be fun. I mean, the teachers know where I am, so it's not an issue. Have I done this one? I have done this one. Up you go. So 408 line. Yeah, I've done this one. So I need to go 409. Oh, 408. So there's me back out again. At this point, I already have the nickname Tiger Tick, so it's like, yep, we know shit's going down. Yep, started feeding rye with me. Had a rented club pack, had a hockey stick, and had a baseball bat. That should be all the information you're required to know at this point. They signed up for 27 holes. I did the first 9. With a handicap of basically 300. I got the incredible high score in a game that's made for low scores. Yeah. Frickin' hammered the frickin' ball no matter where. I couldn't get the stupid thing to do much more than about 30 feet before it'd fall over and everything else. And people showed me how to do it proper and everything else. I'm going, I don't freaking like this game at this point. And one of the guys says, sticker. Well, I mean, at this point in time, it won't kill you to use a putter because you probably get just as much distance out of that than you do with your drivers. And I remember I looked at him, I grabbed the putter and went, I'll show you. And I just absolutely frickin' smoked the golf ball on hole 10. And I think it was about a 200-yard frickin' to the green line. And I remember I got to the edge of the green and everyone looked at me and went, what the hell? Turns out I can't hit the blind side of a barn with a driver, but I can frickin' hammer it with a putter. I mean, it doesn't fly up very far. It basically straight lines it 2 inches off the ground. But she frickin' flies. So yeah, no, I frickin' just smoked it and went, oh, apparently my only weapon that I need is a putter. So my driver ended up being the putter. My finesse weapon was the hockey stick. That was the fine thing because I could actually poke it, and the curve of the blade would roll the ball towards the hole, and usually I got it in by doing that. And the baseball bat was when you really need that heavy, hard line shot. And this wasn't a wood baseball bat. This thing was aluminum one, and it was not a good quality aluminum one in the first place. Obviously, by the golf ball indentations in it. But yeah, if you want to do 200 to 300 yard line drive, that I pulled out the baseball bat. Then I could. People thought we were using shotguns. I even had, I think it was the groundskeeper that came over and went, did you shoot the golf ball with like a shotgun? Because that's what it sounded like from like a half mile away. And I'm going, I used an aluminum baseball bat. He goes, you did what? So yeah. Holy crap. This is it's looking like a saddle and whatnot. The donkey. I think we call this the donkey cut, or llama cut. No, it'll be donkey. It's donkey cut. A lot of gold here. A lot of good gold. That one's only 217, but it's just solid. I think starting out, we're going to dig this spot out first. Or I think we're going to start working on the donkey cut. So everyone always asks, like, in your high school days and everything else, were you like the popular kid? Were you always the fun one or whatnot? Yes and no. Everyone knew me. I had a reputation. From various reasons. But yeah, no, you could consider me one of the cool kids that everyone always wanted to hang out with because I came up with the stupidest ideas for a good time, which actually ended up working pretty good because it didn't matter what I was doing. Chances are it was going to be a good time. Yeah, I look back on it like 20 years later and it's like, how the hell did I survive? There's a few nights that, like, my parents went, okay, well, Dad wasn't around a lot of times. He was working, but Mom was. And Mom, she was a saint at a lot of times, but at the same time, she knew what I was up to. She, okay, we're going to a bush party. We have a designated driver or whatnot. We try to do things the proper ways as much as we could. Sometimes it didn't work out, but most part it was pretty good. Yeah. Fuel is low again. Maybe I can do that one more line. I think this is... Yes, okay, we'll go to 444, I think. Yeah, we'll try 444. So, yeah, there's said, yeah, we were out partying and drinking, and I show up. The doorbell rings. I'm flat, all nearly passed out, laying on the friggin' deck, going, "I'm home." She's going, "Fun weekend." Great. Nothing beats being delivered at home by an RC though. That was the topping of the cake. Uh, my truck was not at that time. It was not a very good vehicle, and we also did a lot of. We bought used vehicles from Farber's for $100. We'd fix them up enough to run, and we'd drive them around all the time. We never drove them on the highway, except one time. We learned quickly not to do that again. But yeah, we just drove them around the country, so police knew we were doing. We weren't causing any damage. We weren't causing any issues or anything. But in this time, I was driving this old Buick Regal. This thing had no insurance, no plates, because again the police didn't care. We were driving only like 3-4 miles and around. It wasn't an issue. I broke down. Actually, I did more than break down. I basically impaled the engine block with a rod. The reason why the Farber gave that one to me for free, because it was basically like, you take your money, you spend your money, so you take your chances, because that thing is not going to do very good for very long. I went, oh, okay, it's not a very good car. Okay, whatever. So I broke down. Young cop shows up and says, what appears to be the problem? I said, well, I was going to go out drinking tonight with the guys. I said, but it turns out my car no longer decides to function as a car. It's now a rather expensive block. And he goes, oh, okay. And he looks around and goes, it's not registered. I went, no. It's not insured. I went, no. It's a farm vehicle. It just goes from point A to point B. It's not on the highways. It doesn't go on the highways and doesn't do anything. He goes, okay. Yeah, fair enough. And the rest of the cops know about this? I said, oh yeah. But again, so long as we're not on the highways and we're just puttering, we're not doing anything stupid, it's fine. And he goes, yeah, okay, it's fair enough. Still questioning it, but going, yeah, okay. He says, do you have any booze on you? I said, yes, I must admit the trunk has a bit of liquor. I said, it's got some rye, it's got some beers, and like I said, I was going to go to a party, but clearly I'm not. And he goes, we don't need to go to the party. He says, we can have a party right here. And he says, I got a couple mugs in the car. He says, it's been a slow weekend. I don't feel like working. Let's spin the top off that rye bottle. And I went, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. And we did. And I showed up home, drunker than a skunk, in a cop car. Yeah, Bob just looked at it and went, so how bad was it? And the cop says, oh, it was really good. We just had a couple drinks. There's nothing to see here. It's all good. And she goes, okay. I need 439. No, I need 438. And the cop goes, yep, no, not worry. The vehicle that he was driving, vehicle had a bit of a problem. No issues. And she goes, okay, no problem. And off you went and whatnot. And she goes, somehow you pulled that one out of your ass. I went, yep. She goes, question for you. And I went, what's that? And she goes, the truck never left the yard. I went, no. Remember the vehicles? And she goes, oh yeah, which one was it? And I said, the Buick Regal. She goes, the purple one. I went, yeah. She goes, I like that one. I went, yeah, me too. Up until it imploded. Well, it exploded, but imploded. The parts didn't leave the engine block. They all stayed within the engine block. It just went tinky, 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 and kaboom. Yeah. Okay, we're actually done. I said, no, nice cop pulled in behind me. The booze that you bought me, we drank some of it. She goes, he's on duty too. And I went, yes, he is. And he had drinks? Yes, he did. She goes, oh, okay. That was the end of that. That's still not the top of the cake. I don't think that RC lasted very long. If memory served, I think he actually either he moved away or he quit. I don't know. That might have been, maybe I was part of it. I don't know, or the other part of it. Oh, where am I going? Let me go back this way. Oh, we're in the red. Come on, you stupid pile of crap. We must go return you. Like soon. You know, that gear that may be elusive and it may be one or two or three or none. Many gears are called, few answer. Alright. Drill bit, totally not worth it. I have a buyout price. Nope. Let's get rid of it. Okay. First of all, we will be going to town. We gotta do a bunch of things. I had to replace a tire on my truck. It blew up, so I purchased a good tire. That's why it's gold. It's the gold standard. Sort of. I think it's gold standard. We will get rid of it. Sort of dark out. We shall throw the tire into here because it is fuggered. No. Yes. Oh, excuse me. I had all of those nicely stacked, thank you very much. You didn't need to frickin' explode them out into the wilderness there. Right. First point of interest. Here. We will schmelter 611 ounces. Or whatever works out. Possibly 611 might work out being 600. I don't know. We shall see. We're fully upgraded, by the way. That's not a major concern here. Let's take a look. Let's do that much. And I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Just had to bleed the main vein. Okay, so this one's a 250.1 ounce bar. This one is a 320 ounce bar. So it answers the question of how big the bars come. Oh, 300. 320. So yeah, we're gonna go to the bank. We bought the land, so it's not an issue at this point in time. We are just working on having cash flow. Stock right now is actually higher than it has been, so we'll sell it. We're at 1.13 million. It's at 1.13 million. All right, so we can go back. All of our main equipment, we are going to move to the new claim. You just hop and move. But all of our cables and stuff we're going to go back and work on. The stupid part is I don't think I did the fast travel to my place. Not to check out. So that. Big diesel water pump around, big generator, D-rocker conveyor belt, duplex jigs, huge excavator, trommel, and that. It'll cost us 20 grand. Oh, I was going to look at the other. I mean, 20 grand to move that stuff. Not a problem. Yeah, we're going to look at this, weren't we? So it costs $35,000 for that. We're already renting this. So 35, that's 65. That's 155 plus 71. We're about $250,000 a day to rent. Not really worth it. That's bad enough. Thinking about getting this one at 46,000. Duplex jigs we could sell because we could buy 2 of these, which have a whole lot less moving parts. So that's 525. Because they're 262 apiece. I think that's going to be the big upgrade we do. We move off the duplex jigs and we go with the planter. We do have the reinforced trommel. It's just we're using a D-rocker at this point in time until we get some new stuff. So I think we'll sell our planters. We'll upgrade to a little bit more stuff. Storage, we go over to Pine Valley for $3 grand. Okay. I forgot to. It's a shame. But let's get organized here. Let's do this. It appears, no, without any questionable doubt, our CCAN is slightly questionable. Pardon me. All of a sudden I had a hairball. We really don't have too much left here. I wonder. Hang on. That's gold map. Let's do this. That's all that. It does not give us anything else. Mini wash plant and that, but does not give us a he can. Because it's right upside down. Alright, let's storm giant this shit. Ugh. Okay, well, by storm giant it, I meant like do a Goomba stomp and just fucking launch her, but alright. Well, we are getting it down there. We're gonna put all the crap in there. There we go. Oh. We had it going. Let's see if I can smoke this corner. Oh, we got her up a little bit. Watch. Knowing my luck, I'll flip it the other way. We got her around at least. We have all the cables. Oh, I still got to bring the truck over. There we go. Dandy. Oh, well, at least it stopped it. Alright, so we should be able to... Right. Alright. We can do this. Okay, is there a pail on it or a power line? Let's see if we can get stuff in here. Okay, that fits in there. We gotta haul all of this stuff out of here. That appears to be a part of the D-rocker. Which we do, Waker. Yeah, the pump will have to... Well, the pump we're selling. That's not an issue. We're selling the pump. I'm rocking and rolling. I bet it's the truck. I bet it's the bloody truck. Okay, you know what? We're just going to pitch all the cabling in here. The other one should be around here too. Might actually sell this trailer. Can we make this a multi-tube? Yeah, it's full over. That's fine. Oh, we forgot one. We forgot one. What the Pakawi? We forgot one. Here's another cord. I know we're going to technically lose about $30,000 here right quick, but we also got to bring all of our cables with us. And hoses and everything else, so... Oh, we're doing alright. We got actually quite a bit of stuff moved already. Basically, unplug it, spool it up. No idea where it went. I've lost it. Okay, this is this one. better just to unhook it from here and go. Yep, it's through the ground now, so that's groovy. We lost the hose. Yeah, add an extra hose. Got wire. Looks so barren now in this area. Oh, end of the night. Just rent provisions. Or equipment rent. Well, we're getting there. I mean, it takes time. We actually have quite a bit of stuff. Where is that line going? Or is it the line for here? Ah, it's this line. I had it run that way through the box? Oh, okay. Well, I guess it did. I don't know. Alright, that's all these cords. Which I love the fact that these are all like UK cords versus actual like Canadian or North American cords. Alright, so this is done. This can violently die there. Alright, so this is this one. Not sure where the other one ends up. Not that I even see it anymore. I have to buy one new hose. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, I just saw it there for a second. Okay. Ha! We did get it. So we just have one mysterious cord that disappeared. That's not terribly bad. We know where this one ends up. There we go. Where'd the one for the wash plant go? Because it's... Oh, it was still disconnected. Oh, that's kind of problematic. When I moved everything, but it's sitting right here, so in theory I should be able to keep moving it over like this and it should be off the end. Right? Yes, there we go. Then we just have the box there. Then I could move the pump and sell it. A lot of work moving a wash plant. I don't know how the hell these guys do it in like 6 to 8 hours. Alright, that goes in there. Might sell my large trailer too. Ironically enough, we only have 4 cables here. Oh, hose fell out. Oh no, my hose fell off! Jiminy crickets. Ah, explains everything. That explains everything. It decided to walk away. Walk away, Eileen. Well, our sea can is getting full. There we go. Hang out at the door. Guess we need to move a rock truck at some point here. We will need these because these are obviously the bigger hose that we need for the water tower. Still not entirely sure where the other cables are. Those can just go in the truck. I didn't push them down off the hill, did I? Or is it sitting on them? Might actually be, oddly enough, sitting on them. Or I will have to buy some new ones. Hitch is obviously on this side. Yep. Oh, I really did sink this guy. I lost it. Well, I do believe I found a new glitch. Maybe I'll come back later. I don't know. Okay, that was that one. Yeah, we'll have to move my other piece of machinery here. There we go. Well, this actually isn't too bad. You stupid truck. I did say back up. And stay. What's wrong with you? Stay in there. Stay. Oh, you motherfucker. Stay. Alright. So this goes. Then we'll hook up to the other trailer and get it gone. You stupid pump. I mean, it did well. It got us through this. Wish you could just hit Q to unhook, like it was a giant software thing. Okay, my reinforced buckets I should pick up too. Since I paid for them, I might as well keep them. Because chances of me coming back to this site is pretty much done. Oh, we made $4,000. Then we have all the extra work and everything else to just hook up and go again. And this guy is going to be non-existent too. Oh, I might as well shut the door on this chapter, as it were. Don't need this trailer anymore. Not since I got the transport can. Well, there's $5,200 back. All right. Not sure why the dump truck didn't move. We didn't do much cleaning here, did we? There's a broken duplex jig up here. Okay, transport. Dump truck's gone. Everything else is cleaned up. It's time for us to hit the road, Jack. Because we are not coming back no more, no more, no more, no more. We're transporting this old crap, Jack. Yeah, well, I cannot move to here. So, best spot to travel is the blacksmith, I guess. So we'll have to transport the duplex jigs. Over to Who's It. Sell them. We might make about $5,000 off of them. They're not really worth much. But I mean, even if we made $5,000 off of it, it's better than nothing. We get rid of them. We splurged on $500,000 worth of. Oh, my other front tire blew. Screw it. We got to get out there. I'll be a 3-wheel truck before. Well, I am a 3-wheel truck. We'll fix it later. We have other priorities. So, essentially, we have everything there to get started. The Frankensteins would be expensive, but we would also make a ton of money doing it, so it might be a thought. We've already got that pumpkin. Blown tire or no. Getting up this hill is a problem. Just stomp on the gas and keep her going. Turning into Tony. Just stomp on it. We need that ASP. Do what you will about Tony, though. He got shit done. Or he does get shit done. There's the other pumpkin we picked up. We're not far from the claim at this point in time. We're just right here. Come on. Get up the hill. Right, we're here. As I power through. Alright, the gen set we actually just want right about here, but looks like everything else moved just hunky-dunky. Other than our obvious issues. We need some cables. There's the can. We'll have to empty the can out later. Did all the stuff come with it? Holy crap, all the stuff came with it. Basically exactly how we stored it. Alright, we did not see any cables back at the other place, so it looks like we're buying them again. I'll just use the 7s. We have the 9s for when we need the other stuff, but right now we need accessories. We need 4 of these. 4 of those. Parts we need. Reinforced pickup truck tire. So where in here is that frickin' jack? Alright, relaunch that, but that's fine. Okay, busted tire. I think the next thing I will buy to get rid of a bunch of extra debt and issues will be the huge excavator. I think that's going to be a big issue. That's going to be a problem later on, is not having that, not having ours. No matter what, we're going to use it, so. First order of business, get the truck tire fixed. Because we're going to need the truck in a second. The other one could go here too. Alright, let's go grab the cables. And let's start getting things organized. This is the first ground that we've bought this season. And yeah, we do kind of have to start getting gold out of the ground so we can start paying more bills and stuff again, but can't be doing that without getting a wash plant set up. starters, we can just go. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I am not taking hard ground, thank you very much. Okay, we first gotta find the big sluice run. And that's not these. Where the hell is it? So there's that one. That was up over here somewhere. It is. So there's that one. Yeah, this is the big one that we have to get in fairly soon. And our other chute. Not sure where the other chute is, because there's our 2. It's over there somewhere. Or the stuff is in storage. They might have put everything in storage just to get the stuff moved. Okay, there's that one. That one. This one goes over here. And the other one is somewhere buried underneath. Maybe we can grab it from this side. Wherever it is. There it is. There we go. As long as I can actually drive straight like this, it's good. Just like that. I don't think that other chute we actually need. Oh yeah, we would, because it goes off the other side. Right now we could actually grab the wash plant and put in. But I think what we'll do is we'll wander down here first. We'll get those sluice runs in before we get that trommel put in. Gonna have to drive this way. Just so I can fit my big giant body through. catch that too much. Nope. It did a little bit, but it's not bad. So I should be catching them from the other side, I think. Oh, crap. See if we can just pick this one up. We already accidentally flung one. This is always the most stressful part, is just getting everything back in. I think I probably will have to turn right around. Can't even turn because there's too much crap in the way. You. We're just going to get you right out of the way here. Okay, I know where everything is. It's all over here. Those we need to sell. Well, we got our one sluice run in. That's as much as we've gotten so far. Okay, I need to go this way. Then this way. Back it up, back it up. Oh, gotta go forward a bit. Alright, so now I think I gotta I don't care which one of these goes in. Pull you off, not flip you upside down. Up, 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 up. Why are you completely upside down? Oh, that's always the fun. Well, my plan to flip both of them over didn't work. Alright, it's back over. I think what we do is we drop this one off, this one off, There we go. There we go. Alright, so next we will try the two bottom hooks on this, which is this guy and this guy. And we'll try to pick them straight up and see if we can flip it over again. Alright, let's see if we can pop it down. Oh, it had one pop off. Plus side, we know where it went. It just went right here. Okay, let's see. Can I reach back here? I can. And we'll do the same thing with this one. We flipped it over, so that's a good sign. Done. Flip down. Okay. Sometimes it takes a couple times to reorganize. Like it is up there, so. Do we want that one, or do we actually want the backside? Actually, I think for the most part, I think what we want is we want this side over here. And we want this side him over there. All right, let's try to pick that up. No, we won't. You fucker. And it flipped over. All right, no, I don't want you upside down. All right. Right, that's all fucked up. Come here, you piece of crap. I stopped you from dry rating for a second, but you appear to be all fucked up. Get back in the damn thing. I mean, they still have many glitches and bugs in this game. Get off the whatever the hell you're stuck on here. Oh, it appears to be wedged the fuck in there now. There we go. Got it off. I'm not digging hard ground, you stupid game. There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do to make my life easier is I'm going to reposition the track hoe, because it's just going to be a hell of a lot easier. Because I should be able to just pick it up and put it where I want it. did not say that. Okay, I broke all of these, so let's hopefully they're all close by. I got one. I think I see another one up here. Yep. There's another one. And there's the other one. Okay, we didn't lose them. It's still all right here. We were lucky. Nope, no, back up, back up. I'll drive ahead. There we go. That's what we wanted this entire time. Alright, I gotta be on this side for the planters. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more effort, but we got her. Don't mind me turning my fat ass around here. This should be really blatantly obvious and easy. Oops. Clearly not. There we go. Just like that. Now we just back up, do the other one. We'll have a working wash plant in no time. And we will try to stream again tonight. Hopefully actually mining some tonight. That would be ideal. There we go. That's all hooked up. Now we can hoist this one into place. Then we can grab the trommel, put the trommel in place. Oh, pick it up and put it in place in the right spot, you stupid thing. That's what we wanted. I don't think that actually goes on that side, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, pick this up just like this, and then we go from there. May have to be closer, we'll see. Well, so far we got all those going in the right direction. Looks like we actually have to go oopsie doopsie and around. And backwards. That's fine, we can do that. This machine can do it. With very little issues. Can't really. There we go. About the best I can do with that. Hopefully I can just swing in and... Yeah, now it's airborne. We're good. Just like that. Now we got the trommel in, planters, sluice runs. That's all the really hard stuff to get in. Well, we got that in, so now we can really just power through. I mean, this monster machine actually does pretty good. I'm going to set up, once I get it upright correctly, and it's not in our way, we'll get the wash plant put in, conveyors, the other, what do we do, Iker? And then we will move the generator to sit upright over there, and then that should catch everything. And the water tower is right there, so we don't have anything to worry about. Takes a little bit of effort to drive all the way back up here, but that's the next piece of the puzzle to go in. Okay, that's this one. That's wherever the frickin' connection bar is here. The hell is it? I'm seeing it down below. There it is. That's where I thought it was. Wasn't getting a grab connection for there. Now we are. Weird. Alright, up we go. All of a sudden, we are just about in place. And we have all the connections to do again, but I mean, that's not even that bad. Get in the frickin' unit. Oh, you swine. Not sure why those ones launched off. Come on. There we go. How hard was that? Well, they sprung off and no idea where they launched to. Let's take a quick gander. Well, there's a hook. It could be anywhere across the map at this point. Here's another one of the hooks. Oh, oh, oh. Got one. That was one of them. I have a stupid fly around here again. Ah. There's the other one. We found them. We found the pieces of resistance. The Craggle. We found the Craggle. Can you hook onto it? There we go. We still have the other ones to get rid of. So next is the popper feeder. And then we have the conveyor, other belter thinger. But right now, as it sits, we're really actually quite close. This thing is usually the most annoying pain in the ass thing that we could ever possibly put in. So let's see how we can do it with the big guy. Okay, that's this one, so that goes. Nope, gotta drop her down more. I was down here. I didn't have to stretch and reach up and try to grab it, so that's groovy. Okay, that's all this bucket side. That's this one. And wherever the last one is hiding. Ah, I see it. There we go. Actually, it doesn't seem near as hard as it used to be for this one. Trying to pick it up. Apparently, not. Go on, pick it up. This might just be way too heavy for it. I mean, the other one it can. Probably snap cable real quick here. Sorry, I can't pick it up. Doesn't say I have a hydraulic line going, but It really feels like it. Yep, there we go. Snapping cables. All right. Weirdly enough, it didn't do that bad. Not compared to what it normally does. It usually snaps off and you're going, ah! Excuse me. There we go. Now we can pick up the other conveyor. And then our wash plant itself is ready to go. Oh, no, it isn't. We still have the other little run to do. And then it is. But other than that, I mean, we're actually sitting pretty good. Wonder how much more the planter is going to give us. And depending on it, I don't know. I might still... We need 2 of those frickin' even to do any of these, I need 2 Frankensteins to even think about. Probably 3. They are the cat's pajamas, but well, as it's tipping forward, it might be able to hook now. Really? I can move the cable that far. Why can't I actually? There we go. That worked. It did. And we still have to... Oh, I need the hopper feeder for here too. Apparently, I still need a hopper feeder for this. Maybe I don't need the big guy for it. Maybe I could just use these. And still use the truck. Could you not drag on the ground? Okay, so we just need that other little sluice run. And then, yeah, this is entirely built. The little sluice runs all the way over here. And then we got those 2 planters to get rid of, or not planters, but the duplex jigs. You know what I mean. Got to get rid of them. Like I said, I probably only get like 5, maybe 10 for it. Then we have to move our power plant, which is good. But what I think I might do is I might end the stream right now and go make myself some dinner and all that fun stuff, and then I'll come back and in a bit, and we'll potentially get some more of this stuff done, and actually probably more or less get the plant set up, and then once we got the plant set up, then we can actually start think about mining. And of course, I have said it and will say it again. If you guys are new here, been around for a while and not subscribed, make sure to smash that subscribe button, both on Kick and on the YouTube side, Best way to support both channels. And of course, like I said before, I really appreciate everyone coming out and hanging. We do have that sponsorship. I don't know if the link actually came out or did not come out or did whatever or whoever. But if you do see the G2A sponsorship link, make sure to click on it and see what it's about. I can tell you what it's about. Actually, it's if you use my link, you get extra discounts on G2A games, and of course with it you can also watch videos with it, and the more videos you watch, the better your discount will be. So make sure to check that out if you get a chance, and we'll see everyone on the next stream. Take care and thanks for watching.